today I'm back out here doing some more exploring. I'm just alongside the highway, and there's this slide right behind me that I've been eyeing up for quite some time. And there's a couple gravel pits that I've been curious about too. They've been abandoned for quite a while, so yeah, check out a few different spots that I haven't been to before. There's lots of granite and gneiss around here, where the granite's kind of been metamorphosed. So I guess we'll see what we can find in that. It's looking nice and folded in some of this material. Let's see if I could show you. It's kind of similar to where I was finding those orange garnets again. You can see here, it's kind of got some little veins going through there, and there's some more fine grained stuff here. And I'm not sure if this came from here. Looks like some sort of schist almost. Not quite, maybe more of a gneiss, but just, yeah, there's lots of interesting rocks to look at, so hopefully we'll find something nice today. There's a nice little chunk of pegmatite. Ouch, stick under there. But it looks like it has biotite mica in it. It's more of like a greenish biotite, but nothing else other than that. A little bit of quartz, feldspar, you know, the typical stuff, nothing out of the ordinary. So I was just walking along out here and I come across this piece. It's a pretty nice specimen of molybdenite, I believe. You can see there's a few little crystals in there, and I don't want to really scratch it with my fingernail because they look too nice, I think. Don't want to mess them up, but yeah, I believe those are molybdenite, which is a really soft mineral that I think they use in steel to make it more wear resistant or something like that. But yeah, it's really cool. Not sure if that's hornblende or black tourmaline in there. I'll have to look a little bit closer right in between those two crystals. Yeah, that's an awesome little specimen on some really nice white granite. So yeah, it stands out really well. Yeah, that's awesome. Here's an interesting piece of that gneiss. You can kind of see the folds in there. Looks kind of interesting, and there's like a darker quartz in there. It's not smoky quartz or anything, but it might be just more of like a murky colored quartz. But yeah, there's definitely some nice big chunks of feldspar in there. It's almost like a pegmatite in a way, but not exactly. But yeah, big chunks of feldspar in there and stuff. So yeah. Well, it looks like somebody else has been here before me. It looks like they took a pretty nice sample out of this wall. That looks to be maybe amphibolite. There's like a green mineral that could be amphibole or pyroxene. I'm not exactly sure on those two groups. But yeah, it's kind of interesting, and there's some black stuff in there that's probably hornblende. And a white feldspar and probably a little bit of quartz. But I'm curious why they took that sample there. I don't know, but yeah, just has me curious. And there's all kinds of veins going through here, and it's a pretty interesting rock, that's for sure. yeah, I'm getting kind of close up to the mountain here. There's lots of loose rocks, so I'll probably just get up to that point and head back down if I don't really see anything too interesting. This boulder here kind of caught my eye. There's lots of potassium feldspar in it, quartz, biotite, but there isn't really anything too interesting in the pegmatite. But right alongside of it, I spotted a couple small, like a yellowish green crystal right there and right there. I'm not exactly sure what type they are. Maybe they're sphene or something like that. I'll have to see if I could do some research, but so that's pretty new to me. Yeah, I'll have to see if I could maybe get those out. See if I could float this boulder and take a couple chunks off of it. It's pretty dense, so I kind of doubt it, but it's worth a shot anyways, especially if it's something I haven't found before. Here's another interesting boulder. It looks to be like a fine-grained granite, and there's all kinds of muscovite all through it, and there's little almandine garnets. You can see one there, they're just kind of all through it, little red spots. And right in the middle of this boulder, it's kind of in the shade right now, which sucks, but there's a pocket right there, and it looks like a bunch of muscovite blocks and stuff formed in there. Doesn't look like it got that wide or anything, but it's definitely a cool find. And there's a little quartz pocket in there, so yeah, I'm gonna try and take this chunk off and see if I could get a sample off of here. Well, I got that chip off the boulder. There's a little bit of biotite, or not biotite, muscovite, and there's some quartz and feldspar and stuff, but it's not really anything too crazy, so I probably won't even keep it, but it's still kind of cool to see a little pocket like that around here. And usually around pockets you'll get more rare minerals that'll form because it kind of concentrates in the pegmatites. I'm not exactly sure why, but that's usually why you're looking for the pegmatites, is that's where all the odd minerals will concentrate. Here's another pocket that tried to form. You can see it's kind of full of biotite and it's trying to crystallize. There's like little areas where it's like starting to get some space. So they're starting to get sides on the feldspars, but there's nothing fully terminated. But yeah, there definitely could be pockets around here, but I'm not really seeing any, large chunks of feldspar or quartz, which usually you'll want to look for if you're in an area with good pockets. But yeah, you can see it looks almost chalky, but it's some kind of feldspar and biotite in there. Looks like there's a little bit less quartz in this one, mostly just feldspar. Well, I think I'm gonna move on now and see if I could check out those quarries. I'm hoping that I'll find some more interesting stuff, and I'm pretty happy with what I found here. I've checked out the whole slide, and I found molybdenite and sphene, and there's that boulder with the almandine garnet and the pocket in it and stuff like that. So there is some interesting stuff going on here, but I'm still kind of curious what's going on in those quarries, and I don't want to run out of daylight. So yeah, I'm gonna move on, and hopefully we'll find some more nice stuff today. Well, I've stopped at a new spot now, and you can see there's all kinds of riprap and just big rocks all through the woods here. And I just come across this, which looks like an old piece of a power line or a telegraph line. And there's some old insulators on there. They look pretty chipped up though. I've always wanted to find a whole blue one, but it's always just these clear ones, which are still cool, but I don't know, I kind of like the blue ones better. But yeah, hopefully we'll find some interesting stuff in this quarry here once I get up to it. Looks like it's all full of really small bushes, so might be kind of thick getting in there. Well, it does seem to be a quarry. You can see there's some nice big cliffs out there, but they kind of turned it into a pond down below here. So hopefully, if I go further that way, there might be some rock kind of exposed at the bottom of those cliffs. Not too sure. Doesn't look like it goes too much farther that way. So, yeah, and over there it looks a little bit drier, so I'll take a look through there and hopefully we'll come across something. Well, here it is. Made it up the cliff. Yeah, just all kinds of veins up through there. And different rock folded in. See if I could get a bit of a closer look. Just, there's all kinds of holes in here, so I gotta be careful. Well, there's that fine grained, almost granite type stuff again. But I'm not seeing any garnets in this stuff. And that molybdenite was in pretty similar stuff too in the last spot. So, yeah, you never know. This stuff's looking really, really quartzy. See if I could check out that seam over there. Huh. You can see the feldspar crystals are a bit larger in here, but they're not really well formed or anything. But I'm not seeing really anything that sparking my interest too much. Well, there's a little bit of a skarn zone in here. You can see there's some garnet in the middle and kind of turns to that green stuff on the outside. But it doesn't look like there's anything crystallizing in there. It's fairly low grade skarn, but still is skarn. If there was enough crystallization, you can get some pretty nice garnet crystals, like the orange ones that I found in my other spot. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen here. Something really odd about this area is, if I was to look for gems or anything anywhere, this would be the type of rock that I'd be looking for. But it's just like, I can't seem to find much around here. It's really, I don't know. I guess it's just that gems are rare and you don't find them everywhere where they're supposed to be. Yeah, but just, the rock looks so nice. What's going on here? Just more of that quartzy stuff. Well, I made it all the way to the other side of the quarry now. And yeah, I haven't really seen too much. It's just kind of what you get sometimes. But yeah, there's all these veins, but I'm not sure if they're veins or if it's the granite folding in with the rest of the metamorphics. It's kind of interesting though. Yeah, just really odd that there's no pockets in any of this stuff. And I haven't seen any garnet or anything over here either. But yeah, I think I'm gonna make my way back to the highway and maybe I'll stop at one more place and then head home. I'm still glad that I stopped here though. Now I know kind of what's in here and I could look back at the video and remember. So yeah, always worth it to stop and take a look. I spotted this log earlier, and it's actually got oyster mushrooms on it, which are not very common in my area, but there's a few here, a few there, and on the underside, right up in there, there's a few nice big ones. So I figured might as well pick a few and, I don't know, have them with dinner or something. There might be more on this log, but I'm not too sure, but this is mainly where it's coming out. But yeah, there's some pretty nice ones on right there. Especially that one right there. Well, I think I'm going to start heading home now. It's about 7 o'clock and it's still light out, which is pretty nice. But yeah, I'm getting pretty tired. But I'm pretty happy with that molybdenite that we found earlier, which is, I think molybdenite is a pretty rare mineral. I've only found it in a couple places around here. And yeah, I've heard it can be associated with beryl, but, or, you know, aquamarine and that kind of stuff. But I really don't know if there's any beryllium in the granites around here, so I guess that's yet to be found. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.